Hello, everybody at home, and welcome to another wonderful episode of the Weekly Tall Talk. My name is Corey Andre, and thank you so much for joining us on another fantastic episode. We got a very special guest with us today, but before we can get to him, we have a couple other people we got to introduce. You know them, you love them. Their names are Tyler and Cale. Tyler, how we doing today, brother?
Man, I am doing amazing. Corey, thank you for asking. These last couple nights I've been catching up on all the Scream movies because Tina really wants to see the newest one that came out. So we've been doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's been cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Other than that, my night's been pretty well. Excited for this episode. We have one of our fans that we've been wanting to record with for a while now. So
for sure.
We'll introduce him in a little bit. But first, we're going to have to introduce one of the tallest men I know. A brother of ours.
the tallest men we've ever physically seen.
This has never been brought up like at all in an intro ever. I love it. Hello, Tyler. Hi, Corey. Oh, guys, my night's going well. We finally won a basketball playoff game, so we advanced. So finally, the
Awesome.
height has been
Nice.
put to good use for once, Tyler. So thank you for that.
Hey, man. Had to bring it up.
He doesn't even have to try and dunk. He just stands near the hoop.
I wish. I wish it was that
Tosses
easy.
it in.
Just toss it in. Exactly. But both Corey and Tyler have mentioned him. And I know this is a little foreign in the social media days, but this is somebody I met IRL in real life.
IRL. Wow.
Yeah, before anything else. So it's my pleasure. I met him at the axe throwing place, broed down immediately from what I thought. And has been a fan of the show ever since then. And we're stoked to have Gus, the man.
Gus, welcome, brother.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course, man. We're happy to have you. You've been reaching out to us quite a bit on social media. We've had some conversations back and forth. And Cale and Tyler and myself were like, how do we get this dude on? And when can it happen?
Right.
And today is that day.
It's finally here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I've
we're very
been
stoked
waiting
to
for the
have you.
day. I've been waiting for the day.
Here it is.
Oh, for
Finally.
sure,
The
man.
excitement. I love
it. A little bit of behind the scenes too. We always ask our guests like what conversations or topics we should have for the show, and Gus gave us some really great ones. So we decided to write the show for Gus and write the outline along those ideas.
Yeah.
Sounds muy bueno.
All
But yeah,
right.
great to have you, dude.
Ready to rock.
If this is your first time joining the show, if you're a new listener, typically we start off our shows by reading a short story that puts us in a goofy situation and then asking a would you rather question. Today we're going to forego the short story and just ask that hard-hitting would you rather. And today's question is, would you rather do one great deed that everybody knows about or do many small deeds that don't gain recognition? Quite the thinker, quite the thinker. Gus, are we going to put you in the hot seat? Do you need a moment to think, or are you gunned
I
out
already
and ready to
know.
go?
Oh,
I
all
already know.
right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, here we go.
Dang.
All right.
Right out the gate.
All right, the intensity.
I'd rather-
Okay.
Let's bring
I'd
it.
rather do small deeds that no one knows because, as you already know, you guys might know, I am a mailman. So I do small deeds every day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I deliver packages, letters, checks, all that stuff. So every day is another like act of heroism for me, and people got to know me now on my new route, and automatically they just be like, you know what? We know what time he's here. We don't see him here. What's going on? Or automatically they see me
They're
like, hey,
expecting
why are
you,
you
yeah.
here so late?
I like that.
So I'm just like, I'm perfectly fine with, these little small acts of heroism. So
for sure.
You're their guy.
For sure,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, that's
We
great,
always
man.
They look up to
appreciate
you.
that.
Thank you, guys.
yeah.
That's so small deeds. No recognition.
But I'll push back on on that just a little bit. I think USPS they get some recognition. They don't maybe not as much love as you guys deserve to get, but
Yeah.
I think that people definitely know you. I definitely appreciate you.
Yeah.
Definitely, man.
Thank you.
And like you said, like the people
Yeah,
that get to know you and know your schedule and stuff, like if they didn't like you or appreciate you, they wouldn't care.
Right.
They
For real.
So there's that part, and that's always the human element too. I'm sure like they see you for
Yeah.
the person you are, and that plays a factor for sure.
Oh, yeah.
They actually,
absolutely.
they actually delivered my UPS socks today, which is kind of funny.
Nice.
Oh shit.
There
USPS
it is.
delivered my UPS socks, so thanks,
There it
guys.
Brothers in arms. Sure.
Yep, definitely.
Well, that's perfect. Cale, what about you? What do you think? You doing one great deed?
Honestly, dude, I was thinking about this and I what part of me wants to say the small deeds without recognition, but I know myself. I want like that recognition is like needed at this point. Like for me, I don't know why, but I am like clamoring for the opportunity to do the great deed.
You're chasing that clout.
I guess, man. I gotta like fake a.
You're looking for the
I
big
gotta, like
one.
fake a robbery or something. Gotta have inside information.
Yeah.
If I'm being like honest with myself, I do feel like I would like to do the great deed, and then like not like get anything out of it, but like have people know. I don't know. That seems appealing to me. Because, I mean, it hasn't really happened, so I don't know what it feels like. Maybe it'll feel awful, but, like, I guess that's my answer.
We have to wait to be determined,
Yeah, right?
I guess.
Right?
Until I...
We'll
So
see.
is it like
on
you're
that
in
one.
between? You want to be recognized, you don't want to be recognized. Like,
I mean, I feel like I'm so used to, like, people staring at me anyway that I'm just like...
That's true.
It's kind of
maybe
the
it'll
norm
be for
now.
a good reason, you know, maybe.
Ah.
I mean, we all have
Yeah.
to look up to you, anyways, right?
That's true.
That's true. That's
true.
true. In
Yeah.
more ways than one.
Ooh.
Yeah, we don't have a choice but to
Damn,
look up to you,
I
tall
like
man.
Flattery. The
Wow.
flattery will get you everywhere, Corey. I answered that one brutally honestly for myself. Everything
That's
was
fair.
telling me from a PR standpoint, like the little things. But then I'm being
Right,
honest
right.
for once, and I was like, you know what? It's my time.
It's
my
your time up here.
You know, with all the success on TikTok and Instagram, I can see why you picked your response, and I'm not surprised.
It's feeding into it. My ego is getting bigger, or what?
Yeah. Got to
It's,
inflate it.
it's all for good intent.
I try.
Just watch out for the monster he becomes 5 years down the road.
It'll be like we'll be coming back to this point and be like, this was the start of the end.
Nah.
Yep. This is where we can pinpoint
Right.
it.
This conversation where I really like just dove into it.
Well, I'm blessed that I was a part of this conversation where you begin to be big.
There it is. I like it, man.
There it
I'll
is.
take it.
Yeah, Gus, you're going to be part of his origin
There
story,
it is.
man. We got to look back and say, all right, what is it? Gus, what did you do? Did you?
You must have
what
done
kind of
something.
nonsense did you fill his head with?
I mean, we really did create a nickname for Cale already.
That's true.
What? What is it?
Colossus the Thrasher.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
It's very
Yep.
fitting. I like it.
I think that's going to be our league name at the axe throwing place, right?
Ooh, Colossus the Thrasher.
Oh,
I'll take it.
Yeah.
We'll get nice, like, embroidered shirts.
Ooh.
I'm in for that.
A little bit of
right.
sequence, a little bit of pizzazz. I'm in.
Dude, a little bit of, like, what do they call it? The flange on the side?
Yeah. Got to do it,
Yeah.
man. Got to show out.
Flashy.
That way,
I
we're
love
at
it.
least we'll win best dressed if we suck.
That's true.
We'll win at something.
We'll
Right?
win the costume portion or
The
something.
fashion. Yeah.
well, don't
fashion
forget,
portion.
it's also a single event thing too. So you guys are going to be throwing for yourselves,
That's true.
not as a team.
Okay. Well, we'll definitely work on that.
Don't worry, I'll coach you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, if you don't know at home, Gus is an axe throwing coach. He's a skilled master in the art.
Profesh.
I can
Yeah, man.
vouch for that.
We gotta go one day. It's
Time.
been too long.
Yeah,
It's time, Tyler.
We'll be doing a group meetup soon. If you're around LA, hit us
Oh,
up.
yeah, man. We'll all go
We're all
at one
gonna
time.
go bug Gus.
Big group. Yeah.
But until that happens, we gotta hear from Tyler.
Me.
What do you think you're gonna do, man? Are you gonna be humble like Gus, or are you gonna be a big
Big bully.
like Cale?
It's gonna be the bully now. All of a sudden, this is still a great deed. I might add. This is not like I killed a bunch of people or something. This is still one great deed.
You're right. You're right. You're right, Cale. You're
This
right.
is not an evil.
Yeah, but
deed.
you did it for the recognition, not because you wanted to
Was
do
the
great
result
deed.
the same?
Yes.
Then
As much.
ulterior motive.
I think every like,
I'll tell you, me,
I think like in every single one of us, there's a little part of us that wants like a little recognition. But I think more so, I think I'd like to do the smaller deeds that
Okay.
come from the heart, yeah, and make somebody's day, and just doesn't have to be recognized. As long as I feel that good in myself and I'm helping somebody else, that's really all that matters.
Wow.
Yeah.
The
Take that,
humility
Sale.
gods, you and Gus.
No. Corey's gonna go evil for sure. He's got to help me out.
Oh,
We gotta
come on.
balance it
No,
out.
we're doing nice things.
Gotta split it. Can't be 3 on 1.
It wouldn't be a proper episode. If not one person went evil, at least.
That's true.
It always eventually ends up like that anyway.
It always
so.
goes that way.
See, I feel like Cale's
Haywire.
just done enough evil just by admitting the great deed.
I can attest to that. Yeah.
It like led to this like bad thing, just being honest for once, you know. I'm
Hey,
just
man.
like, I'm gonna put it out there, and instantly the bully, the ridicule.
Corey, he's not denying it, so I mean, we're in the clear.
The alibis are stacking up.
The roast of
Swear to
Cale.
God. Had enough.
We're supposed to roast Gus, but it's like it's turned on the host, I guess, this round.
Yeah.
Turned your eyes on me. I don't know why.
I
did I
mean,
do?
hasn't it always been towards Cale anyways?
Well, he's an easy target.
That's true.
It's because the target is huge.
Yes.
I mean, you know what they say, the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
That's true.
It's true.
And I've fallen recently a couple of times. It does hurt.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on your Instagram, right? Some of
yeah.
your TikToks.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
I love doing the slow-mo. Yeah. It's good stuff.
But yeah, that's my response. I think we have one more person that we'd like to hear from.
Yeah, right. We have Cale. We have you.
No.
Me.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
Corey, take it away.
Gotcha. Well, Gus, as a longtime fan, he knows it's going to be evil.
See, Tyler, I told you.
There it is.
Yeah, I think I would do the one great deed that everybody knows about.
For sure.
Wow.
I'm not sure what that great deed is yet. Maybe like,
Just want us to worship you now, huh? You just want us to bow and
whoa, what do you mean now?
It's
I've been
that
trying
way,
to
man.
figure out how to
This
gain
whole ass
worshipers since, what is this, episode 20, 23, 24 now?
Yeah, since episode 1.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's your
I
time.
mean,
Corey.
but also, Tyler, you're talking all that crap. But what
do
if
you
the
mean?
great deed is saving everyone's lives and Corey and I are sacrificed? Are you going to still call us bullies? He probably will.
yeah.
Look at him. He's thinking about it. This guy.
Damn. Hey, do you guys think it makes a difference? Well, Cale, I guess this would be a question for you and me. Would it make a difference if that one great deed was self-sacrificial? If you and I had to be thrown into a volcano by both Gus and Tyler to appease the cloud gods and save the world, everybody would know about us doing it, but like not the fact that Tyler and Gus threw us in.
That's
But
true.
like, would that be enough recognition for you in the afterlife?
Yeah, because I mean, depending on who shoves me, if it's Tyler, I'm just going to take him with me. But
of course, yeah.
you're coming. We got to do the podcast from the underworld.
Yep.
I feel like that would definitely add weight to whatever we're doing. I mean, like, people would be thankful maybe for a minute. That would be nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they go about their day. We're still alive. The volcano's quieted down.
Through generations, how would people like know of your great deed? Would you have like a huge statue of yourself? Were you going like that road, or is it just by word of mouth?
If there's a way to like strip a land of all of its precious minerals and make it into a statue devoted to me and Cale,
Yep.
100%.
I also think that, you know what? I feel like both of you guys would make a song before you guys die, and like everyone sing as an anthem.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
They
yeah.
What?
like it.
Oh man,
It's a tribute.
that's great. What better way to live on through the legacy of music?
The national Corey or Cale.
I just want us to have, like Corey says, this like giant statue, but just have the most obnoxious poses.
Oh,
Like
God.
the finger guns. Or
Yeah,
just something
but we
like
can't
back to
both do
back,
the
but
finger
with the
guns,
finger.
can we? Is that too much finger gunning?
I don't think there can ever be too much, to be honest with you.
That's true.
We learned from Toby.
Damn, we're gonna get a statue made of us, but it's gonna look like those with the Ronaldo statue.
Yeah.
Did you guys see
Exactly.
that?
And then,
I was like, not even close.
exactly. And then they can put a target on it, and Gus can just chuck axes at it.
Yep. I hate you guys.
You guys took all the recognition. Me and Tyler,
There it is.
we did the small things. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah,
The
that's
small
true.
eyes are
trying
pushing
to
us
be
off.
humble, and they just
Yep.
overdrive right there.
Here's the question
truth's
though:
coming out.
is it truly that you guys did the sacrifice, or did we do the sacrifice for you guys?
Damn, that's true. You are the ones throwing us in. I guess if it was my decision to be thrown in, then I would get the recognition. But if I was against it, then I think you guys would get
You guys
more
would
of
get
the
it. Yeah, you
recognition,
just
right?
like did it anyway.
You're going in anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going in.
Thank
man.
God you threw those loud assholes into the volcanoes. Thank you for
Yeah,
getting
those
them
two
out of our
obnoxious guys wouldn't shut up on the rim of the volcano, thankfully. You guys pushed
They
him
just
in.
kept
man.
finger guns every time they met people. It was obnoxious.
And now the cloud gods are all happy. Win-win.
Yeah.
Win-win, man. Corey and I are done. You guys get some fun. I like it.
In the sun, because the clouds are gone.
Damn. That was smooth as hell.
Thanks, man. You know what else is smooth? These advertisements.
Oh, yeah. Hello there. My name is Cale Miller, creator and host of the weekly Tall Talk. I would like to say thank you for listening to today's episode. If you like what you've been hearing, we would love to know what you think. After the episode, don't forget to leave a comment or reach out to us on our socials, where you can find us at the weekly Tall Talk. We're excited to say that we're working on a couple other awesome projects for this year. If you would like to know more about that, or to find out what else we've been working on, we have a Patreon and Discord that you can subscribe to, where we can be found at Tall Tale Network. If you have any other questions or ideas of what you'd like us to discuss on the show, please email us at talltalenetwork@gmail.com.
Well, thank you, everybody, for listening to those ads. We always appreciate you taking the time. But we got to move on with the rest of the show, the thing I think everybody's more interested in.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got another question for you guys that's going to start off this segment.
Great.
And that question is, Tyler, I'm looking at you while you're wearing that Superman shirt.
course,
That's what
me,
I'm
the
thinking.
one-
Yeah, you're honed in now.
You're dressed for this one. I
I'm
think you
ready.
were prepared.
Dressed for success.
Why do you think
Yeah.
that we identify with comic book heroes so much?
Okay.
Is there something about the character? Is it something about what they do? Or is it how we picture ourselves? Gus, what do you think?
Now, does it have to be heroes, though? Or can it be villains as well?
I guess villain, but I don't know if it's great that you identify as the comic book villain. Are we going there already?
It's instantly happening.
I mean,
I like
now, here's the thing, though. Are we talking about just any comic book, or are we talking about, like, mangas as well? We're going even deeper than that, too, because there are other...
Yeah.
All right. So, one of the biggest villains I've actually loved from the beginning was Vegeta from the Dragon Ball Z
Okay.
series.
Yep. Yep.
And originally... He's been my favorite character. I've always loved his series and everything. No matter what, his pride has always been the number one thing that I relate to the most. No matter what, every single time, I am a proud Saiyan. I am a Saiyan prince. That's never away from his mouth more than one episode. He's always mentioning that.
Right.
So his idea of being proud so much is my number one thing. Like, I've been trying to say humble, but yeah, I'm proud of what I always do no matter what. And I relate to that the most, Now, I don't want to beat up, someone stronger than me half the time. And nor do I want to blow up a planet. But I mean, still, I relate to that the most.
Right.
You strive the best to get stronger. And then if you keep at it, it just works out for you sometimes.
Yeah, and I think with Vegeta too, he after the initial few battles with Goku, he was able to come around. Vegeta always stayed a fairly hard charactered person, but he opened up to the greater world. I think his villain arc was fairly short lived for when he went over to the neutral and then the hero side. And I think you're saying, he always had that Saiyan pride stick with him throughout the series.
So he still was kind of evil for a bit, because don't forget also when he became into the Majin Buu saga, he did get the Babri curse on him.
Yeah.
So he did kind of go back to being a villain for a bit. And then, later on, in that same saga, he does go back to I'm a hero now again.
Yeah, I think it would be fair to describe him as an anti-hero. Yeah. He definitely fills both roles.
Yeah.
For sure.
But what? So the identity is that he was proud of himself and the things that he accomplished, or what do you think?
There's that, and just no matter what, even if he got beat up at the end, he's like, "Oh, I got beat up. I gotta be stronger. I gotta get stronger. I can't allow this." As he always says, Kakarot being a half breed or not a full blooded Saiyan, I can't let him beat me, and he still strived to get stronger and stronger all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Resiliency.
Yeah. Is it something that you apply to like your own self?
All the time.
Always working on yourself and doing the things that you can to get better? Because I'll be the first to admit that that's hard and constant work.
Yeah.
It's always working
is.
on yourself.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. You know, I don't want to get a little too deep, but you know, I do have a mental battle I have to go through every day. You know, I do have a mental, you know, health issues, so it's a constant battle. No matter what, I gotta always, you know,
stay strong,
strive and talk to,
of course.
And it's always rough, you know. And you know, Tyler already knows, especially with these long hours, these overtime, you know, all these like long days.
Tell me about it.
It's it's a constant battle. You got to talk to yourself. Okay, I got to wake up. I got to walk. I got to get ready. Do I want to eat today? Do I not want to eat today? Can I eat today? You know, and then the worst part is you never know. Is this next day going to be harder than yesterday? Or is it today going to be the hardest day of the week, you know?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So no matter what, when they defeat you, the next day you got to give it another 110%. That day defeats you again, go another 110%. Every day is going to be 110. If you don't give it 110, you're going to get defeated, and the next day you're not going to want to get up, and you're not going to want to move forward from it. And it's a constant battle.
Yeah. What was that? What was that one saying? It's like the easiest day was today or something like that. I mean, so it'll always get, you know.
Oh, I think it's your easiest day is already behind you or something.
Something like that, but yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Nice.
Or your hardest day is always behind you, something like that.
Yeah, something along those lines.
You got to tackle each day with like an open mind, and you got to go for it no matter what, you know. Got to push through.
Right.
Stay strong. Yeah.
Well, what about you, Tyler? Since we're on the subject, why do you think that people identify with comic book heroes more?
I think we relate. We relate to them more because it's maybe like our better selves in a way, without being us, like a fantasy that we'd like to be, that we look up to, but we're not that right now. So I think that's why we look up to them, whether it be, you know, like strength, like Gus was saying, or the pride, or maybe like the hero is charismatic, and we really like that, so we see ourselves into that character.
Is there a certain superhero or any hero or villain that you necessarily look up to, Tyler, to gain your inspiration? You look like a Spider-Man kind of kid.
Oh, I used to draw him a lot, actually. It's funny you say that. James is really into Superman right now. I mean, not Superman, into Spider-Man, and he wants to be that like every Halloween. So he looks up to him too a lot. Yeah, Spider-Man was really cool. I was into, as you can tell, I have a Superman shirt on right now. I have like a Superman like sign in my room hanging up on the wall. So,
Super Siler.
I don't know. I don't know what about him. Maybe the confidence, and I always love like the ability to fly and just take off and go anywhere and to help people in need.
Yeah.
And
Bro, I'd be confident too. If I couldn't die, I'd be doing whatever.
right?
I'd be doing whatever, man. I feel confident too. The hell? I get that.
Yeah. It's just everybody like looked up to him, and sometimes you just can't describe it. It's just something about their presence that you admire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
But what about you, Cale?
I feel like since like most of us get into comic book characters or anti-heroes or villains or whatever at a young age, I feel like a lot of that is kind of like projected from at that stage in our life, like early teens, like adolescence or whatever. We don't really have a lot of power to do anything in any means. And then superheroes are like the greatest sense of that, of being all powerful, of being like the helpful ones, the good guys, or vice versa, like the most powerful, the most, you know, dominant, all that stuff. I feel like a lot of that identifying with them comes from like a place of like helplessness in our own lives, and like that struggle for wanting to have the right thing happen or wanting to do good or stuff like that. But I've always mostly resonated with the characters that are like outside of the law.
Like what, like, the Punisher?
Definitely,
you got a
like,
thin blue line sticker?
Yeah. No, the Punisher, like vigilantes, Batman. I feel I go more towards that way, where like the lines are blurred of what's good and bad, but like you said, your intentions are good, but like it's the most violent outcome. I'm like, that sounds nice.
Sign me up.
I like
well, that's
that.
like, I think like with vigilantism in that regards, it's more of a sense of like everything around me is failing, and I know in my mind what is the right choice here. So I'm going to do that regardless of the outcome.
Which is part of my mindset. I mean, everyone who's a vigilante has a God complex.
Yeah.
Nobody else will do it, so I'll do it.
You're right, or...
Yeah. I don't care if it's right, or I don't care what the law says. I'm going to do this because that's what should happen.
Yeah.
That
or
is
my
a
way.
complex inside itself.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like the highest level of my way or the highway. It's like, oh, if nobody else is going to do it, I'll do it. And like, I kind of resonate with that, but you know, we're even split with the company. So I haven't done any vigilante.
I like that.
shit yet.
Oh God!
I'll gain powers at some point.
I'll even push back against that, Cale. You've done some vigilante justice yourself. You've stopped 1 to 2 purse robberies from people.
Yes.
And taken it upon yourself to do the right thing and stand up when the time counted for it. I think
That's true.
you're the only person I've ever known to have as many violent interaction caused just by you standing there.
Acts of heroism.
It's a target, man. Yeah, I mean, it's always been a thing. I'm like, if there will be hundreds of people walking from the train station to work, right? And like, people will hyperfixate on me. It's been a whole thing my whole life. My mom was always like scared to death about it. My dad's like, yeah, he liked it.
Well, like Gus said, man, you've got a lot of people that look up to you.
Let me ask you this: when you stand in the train, do you have to duck as well, or is it tall enough to like?
The red line and the purple line I have to duck down, but like the Metrolink is just going in and out of the train.
Okay.
Oh, that's weird. I always thought you rode on top.
Just up top. There's no tunnels. I probably could just strap me down.
Right?
Strap me down like Frankenstein's monster every time.
then they'll
just
definitely
screaming.
look at you then.
Yeah, I know. It's like, who's that guy on the roof? Oh, don't worry about him.
I thought you just had the magnet boots on and everything. You just stand up there like, yeah.
Exactly. See, this is why also I would go vigilante, because like I would like never have low profile.
Yeah, definitely.
There's like 0% chance like blend in. How?
That's true. That's true.
How? What do you want me to do?
Oh man.
But yeah, like I said, I think outside of the vigilante thing, I don't think a ton of people have that. But like, I think it identifies from like all powerful people when we're at an age where we don't have any power. We have to go to school, or we have to live under our parents. We have to do all these things. You don't make your own choices. And like, heroes always make the choice for the greater good or for like a group. And like, you're never put in that position when you're younger. So I guess maybe that's part of the draw for me.
Yeah, I think there's, like you're saying, a lot less opportunity to stand up for justices when you're younger, because
Right.
I don't necessarily know if you've had time to form justices in the mind that we do at 30 years old.
Right.
Like, not obviously, as a kid, I think all of us had our morals and our ethics constantly being poked at by things that we don't necessarily understand. And while we may have formative opinions, which, you know, at the time were right, like in a larger context, it's kind of hard to know at this stage whether or not those were the right things.
Right. And that's also like another thing, just to add on to that really quick, and we'll move on from me. But I think at our age, like when we're younger teenagers and stuff like that, it's very easy to see the world as black and white. That's wrong. There's no gray area of, you know, why did this person do this? Oh, because of this or this or that. It's like you're at that stage where it's like two ends of the spectrum and there's no like middle ground.
Yeah.
So I do agree with that. Your mind just kind of sits on that.
I think it's also easier to have black and white moralistic views.
That's true. Well, what about you, Corey? You have to answer this stinking question.
Yeah, I guess I do. I think we identify with comic book heroes pretty much with what you guys are saying. Like, just having somebody to look up to when you are a kid. Like, I know for me, I brought it up before, just being raised by like a single mom. I wasn't necessarily into comic books, but I mean, just like Gus and I were talking about, like Dragon Ball Z, anime, manga, like those were my heroes, and those were who, when I was a kid, I modeled my my ethical choices after. It's like, you know, what would Goku do? I don't know. Probably beat him up.
Right.
You know,
Go Super Saiyan instantly, every situation.
when can I go Super Saiyan, right? Like, you've always wanted to do that power, but
Dude, I had so many dreams about doing it. But like, because just like we're saying, like in cartoons, in anime, in manga, in comic books, it's easy to know who the bad guy is because
Definitely.
we're being fed that. Whereas like when you go through life, it's harder to tell who the bad guy is. And it's not necessarily that person that you think is the bad guy is a bad person. They're just not the right person for you and for your life.
Right.
And I think that's a lot harder to understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like bad people come in every package imaginable.
Yeah.
Men,
like
women, old, young. I mean, that is like kind of, there's, like you said, for villains or like the bad guy, there's this kind of ominous look. They like make it very forthright to you. This is what it is. Life doesn't happen that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it would be really easy to be like, what's that guy with the black cloud above his head? That's kind of weird.
Right.
Stay away from that guy.
If it were only that easy. Oh my God.
Right.
Life would be much simpler, right?
Oh, yeah. Avoid those guys. All right.
Well, the one conclusion that I think I've come to in the past 30 minutes is no matter what, you're probably the villain to somebody else.
Yeah.
That's fair.
You're somebody
Someone
else's villain, and
Yeah.
you just don't know.
All right.
I like that.
Which one of you are
Hopefully
thinking
more
it?
than
Or
one.
you do know.
Which one of you?
Oh, yeah,
And you-
exactly.
Or you do know, and you're just keeping going, being the villain to someone.
We instantly started looking at each
You know
other.
what? I can't go that far into how much I am the villain for others. We gotta
Yeah.
cut this section. Cut to ads. Cut to ads.
Howdy, my name is Paxton, and I'm the vocalist for End of an Era and the co-host of Hammer Smash Podcast. The Hammer Smash Podcast is a semi-weekly podcast where we talk about metal and life stories, and End of an Era is the heaviest band that you have ever heard in your life. We're on Spotify, we're on Apple Music, we're on YouTube. Check us out.
And we're back.
And we're
Welcome,
back.
everyone.
Welcome, everyone. And we're ready.
So he's already going down the path, Corey.
I know. I'm glad we did this, Tyler, because it's going to go right into our next question that's directly targeted towards you. And the question
Yes.
is, if Tyler,
Perfect.
if you had Superman-like powers, do you think it would be easier to become a villain or stay a hero, baby?
I can be your hero.
Ooh. Roll, baby. Oh. I thought we were
No.
going to sing all together.
We'll
Anyways.
put it in the clip.
Yeah, exactly.
Oof. This is a toughie. Well, I guess it all depends. It's a factor in how you were brought up, like your upbringings. I think that has a lot to do with it.
So nature and
Blame your
nurture.
parents. Nice.
So if you,
Yeah, of course. Just like every adult.
That's what I do.
I mean,
Mom, Dad.
the scapegoats. No, I think if you were like brought in up in a really harsh environment and your mind is like always negative, and all of a sudden you were given these powers one day, like, oh my God, I could just do more
Revenge.
than what I do now, worse for worse, and no one can stop me.
It's like my dream.
Yeah, that could just turn really bad. I can see that. But yeah, I think it can go the other way too. Like if you were brought up in like a really nice upbringing that you'd want to become something greater, even greater than yourself than what you're doing now. Or it could also go like if you were really brought up in like a not so great upbringing that you want to change your actual self into becoming a greater person. So there's multiple ways that this story can go, but there's only one that I want.
To become
Be evil, for sure.
angry god.
Angry Siler.
Yeah.
King Siler.
The vengeful villain.
King Siler?
For no
Right.
reason at all. So just flips the
So you're
script.
saying it has a lot to do with nature versus nurture. That like that sort of like evil mentality of quote becoming
I
a
think so.
villain or something would be ideals that would be taught to you.
A catalyst, yeah.
You guys don't think that like having godlike powers that it would go to your head? Yeah, Gus is shaking his head. Yes, let's get
nodded
into
his
it,
head
Gus.
yes, pretty vigorously right there.
Yeah, what do you
Get
think?
in there, dude. I like that.
Go, yeah, let's do it.
I would, if I had Superman powers, I would go straight evil. Just, I'm not gonna say if and but just straight evil.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
proud.
Guys, I thought you were
Hashtag
going to be
proud.
good this episode. You're
No.
these other two are, you know,
Did you not
they
realize
reeled
I
you
was
in.
from good?
I don't know. I think I've lost you.
Anti-villain. Now I'm evil.
Yep.
He's
Yep, it's the
transitioning this
natural
whole time. That's a
progression.
natural build.
Fair
man.
enough.
I would go straight evil only because how most stories go is that the hero loves someone and then the villain finds out. What are you gonna choose? Your love or saving the world?
Right. Your
And
family.
most of the time they go, yeah, exactly. I'm gonna choose my loved one. I'm gonna choose the world and sacrifice my loved one.
Right.
Not me. If I'm in love with someone or I'm with my family, fuck the world. I want to save them and I want to keep them around because they're
I
my
like it.
world.
I like it.
There you go.
Honestly, I agree with that mentality because, like, there's 8 billion people on this planet, and, like, it's
Right.
kind of hard to have empathy for all of them.
Right.
But if you're put in a situation where it's the person that you know and connect with and love versus people you don't necessarily know or see, I think the choice for most of us would be, well, of course I want to save the one I love. Like, of course I want to save my family.
Right.
What's that one song?
Yeah, exactly. Just
Oh man.
Do you think you would go full evil though, Gus? Because like you're saying you'd go evil, but like what about having those godlike powers do you think would make you evil? Would you just like choose to lose empathy as you grew older, or
Yeah, basically. At a given point, again, sacrifice everything. Like, even if it's not like a greater good, if I could provide even for like my family, if that even means stealing, killing someone, whatever it may be, then that's the route I'm gonna choose because I'd rather live long and happy than be miserable and like try to, make everyone else happy or try to save everyone else in a sense. If I can save my family and that makes me the villain, I'm all for it. As long as I know at the end that my family is gonna be well taken care of and we're all happy, then that's, I'll go that route.
right.
you have godlike powers though? Like, I understand like pushing family first, but on your day to day, you can go, you can fly, you have laser vision. There's things that you could do to affect the larger world. Do you think that you would put energy into that? Or would you be one to like hide your powers or try and be disassociated?
Yeah, would you do like world domination or would you just like be casual about it?
I'd be very casual.
Like, would you just go like mad, like crazy?
I'd be casual. If it came down to being like if I could fly and be super fast, I would deliver everyone's mail and then
Hell yeah.
through everyone's paycheck and then take them out. All right, cool, and then put it right back in.
There it is.
Wow. Just
Yeah, there
put
it
me
is.
out of a
It's
job,
over.
Gus. Thanks, man. I just feel really good about that.
See?
I like it.
Yeah, exactly. If I could fly around and just deliver everyone's packages in like 1 hour, let's do it right now.
Dude, you'd be the Santa Claus of the USPS.
Wow. Of every day.
Yeah.
But evil.
So I'm going back to being good then, I guess, right?
I guess,
Yeah.
man, if you're doing all the good deeds, you're doing good deeds on your everyday thing and then you're doing the whole world. Yeah. You're doing too many good deeds.
Who's that? Wasn't one messenger? That he's like a god, I think. He has like the wings on his shoes.
Hermes.
Yeah.
Hermes,
Yeah,
yeah. that's what- I think of Gus just like delivering with the shoes, flying around
Damn,
everywhere.
dude, now we gotta get him some
Oh,
Nikes
man.
with like little air winglingers attached
Oh,
to
yeah,
them.
man.
It'd be great.
Those customs.
I think that should be USPS
Yeah,
standard.
yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
Speed boost.
love it.
Yeah. Well, what about you, Miller? You think it'd be easier to stay a villain or a hero?
For sure. I would be a villain.
100%. Kale doesn't even need
I'd
to
be a
talk.
villain for
Yeah.
a good
Uh-huh.
for a good reason.
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
justify
right.
it however the fuck I want. You guys can't do anything about it.
Uh-huh.
I would 100% rule Iron Fist.
Oh, okay. Wow. Hard fact.
I would do it. I'll backpedal on that. I would do it to where everyone would be so afraid to commit any crime or anything because of the way I would kill you, that everybody would be kept in check.
Oh, no.
That's horrifying.
That's exactly what I would do immediately. Immediately, I would put out the word. I'd be
Wow.
like, Lester, tell him. Have Lester come around with me.
Would you have like public executions?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
To scare?
I mean, I'm gonna laser everybody. It'll just blow up whatever.
But what are you trying to align?
Yeah.
Like, what are they, like? You're saying you're going to enact these like really hard consequences to these rules and stuff, but like, what?
Yeah.
What? But okay, there's a lot of things involved with that. So I'm just wondering where the line is.
I'm the only one that can murder anybody,
Okay, that's not lasting because people are going to kill people.
but then I get to kill them.
And then you're just going to be killing more people, so you're adding to the number of murderers.
So I'm helping the Earth. So I'm Earth's greatest hero by eliminating the surplus
Cale
population.
just wants to be
Scrooge
alone.
style.
That's all. He wants to be the sole survivor. He wants to be the sole survivor.
Exactly. I would
Wow.
be. No, yeah,
man.
I would do it. Everybody would be afraid if you do the wrong thing.
That sucks.
So just
Yeah,
be
exactly, all the
behavior,
time.
Wow. I don't even.
right?
Yeah. So
feel
like
like I'm in
nobody
school, man,
pushbacks
with, like, the
against
ruler.
your ideas. Nobody says
I
nothing
feel like it would
against
be
you.
like very.
Like suppress the reporters.
No, I feel like it would be very thing. Like any kind of sexual misconduct, boom, lasered. Any kind of warfare shit, boom, I blast you through the crust of the earth. I'm becoming the ultimate bad guy by killing all the other bad guys.
Yeah, you really are.
I love it, man.
It sounds like you're creating a world without thought.
Yes,
Wouldn't that be just mean that you're a good guy then?
by killing all the bad guys.
Yeah, you're doing the world a favor in a sense.
It's like a godlike Punisher, but
But
making
who are these
everything
bad
worse.
guys?
Jeez.
I like it. I'm just imagining
Oh,
it.
do you?
Oh, dude.
Do
Look
you,
at that.
Cale?
Cale has the biggest smile on right now. He's like, I can't wait till this day happens.
I'm gonna like dive into every kind of radioactive shit I can find. Just get really sick. Can't do the show anymore.
Oh
guys.
my god.
Damn.
Yeah, man. Iron Fist. Not taking it back.
All right, so your answer is it would be easier to become a villain. Than,
I think
than
so. You
stay a
have like
hero.
that all-consuming power. I feel like my whole mindset is like stuff that isn't fair, and I know it's a duality because everything I would be doing wouldn't be fair.
yeah, no, it wouldn't.
The hypocrite.
So I would literally just go crazy. Probably. I don't know. I would just want everybody who would be preying on someone else. I prey on them.
Huh. Well, good luck with that.
I want it, man.
Yeah.
He's got to have it.
You're
He
itching.
craves
I
it.
crave
Yep.
it, man. They
He's
won't let
up.
me have it.
He's standing up right now. He's almost out of the room.
It's
You
running
can see
down the
the
hallway.
steam coming out of his head. It's happening.
Yep. Him and Gus are going to go solve all of the crime.
There it is. He's gonna be delivering mail and like ripping people apart.
Oh
Perfect.
god, I hope Corey's response is a little brighter in a sense.
Yeah, I mean, shit, I didn't think it was going to get that dark.
Yeah.
You guys wanted me to be honest.
Hey,
I'm just putting it out
got
there,
it.
guys.
Now, can we take that back? Can you lie?
I'll lie
Right?
next
Can you lie
episode.
more?
Back to business
No,
next week.
Yeah, to quickly answer the question, I think it would be easier to become a villain,
Yeah.
but it would just be harder to stay a hero because kind of like what we're getting at, like as you get older and form your opinions and your thoughts about the people around you and the world as a whole, it's harder to push away like that strong sense of black and white that we were talking about from when you were a teenager. I don't think really leaves you. I think
Right.
like there's that, at least not me. It never did myself. And I think as I grew older and I have anger towards a lot of groups of people that I use as a straw man for arguments, it would be a lot easier to say, yeah, I would want them wiped away.
Yeah.
I would
got
want
you.
them to be vanished to make to make my life and the world easier.
Yeah.
But as a hero, who are you serving? Are you serving your own needs, like Cale is saying, or are you protecting someone, like Gus is saying, where your family is your motivation? And for me, because I often go lone wolf in this shit, like it's a lot easier for me to say, like, if I was a hero, if I had Superman powers, I would try and live away from everybody and help in small doses, but it's so hard to gauge because everything is measured.
Yeah.
I do think like also like say we get these powers, right? We're already who we are. Our minds are already formed.
Let's say that.
Let's
People
say
don't
it.
know we actually have them.
Shit. But I think your ego, like how you see yourself, plays a huge role in your decision making.
Yeah.
So if you already have like a God complex or a thing of like, that's not right, I could change things. If you already like think that way or think to where you would know better, I think you're already kind of setting yourself up to go that ground, because I know like myself, like I would not respond well to criticism of my actions.
Yeah.
Like, because even if I start, let's say like you start off, you want to be the hero, you want to do all these things right. There's going to be pushback. There's going to be some kind of shit. And it's like, I'm about to laser your ass.
Yeah.
You got 3 seconds. Fucker. And then that's
3.
how, and then like once you have to be like I think you have to be a much stronger person. I'll put it this way. You have to be a much stronger person to be a hero. You have to kind of be a loose cannon if you're the villain.
Yeah, I think to be honest, I think being the villain would be more fun, because you don't have like the repercussions. the repercussions, you don't have to worry about anything. You could literally do whatever you want. As a hero,
do to you?
You have to like, go between what's right and wrong and always think about your decision.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you're constantly being judged. Like you could spend your whole life. Gus could spend his whole life being the hero. One person dies accidentally from his actions, it could all go away.
Definitely.
Yeah. And then where's everybody's thinks? Where's everything that you did?
That's true. Public perception has a lot to do with that, I think. And again, like as you gain more fame and notoriety and you have more eyes on you judging your every decision, it's just like celebrities. Like you can have hero worship for a celebrity, but as soon as you find out that they don't have your exact ideals, people will turn on you.
Yeah. Oh, instantly.
And
yeah.
And again, like people are just gray.
Yeah, I think I also think like just how you said like celebrities have a different idea and then people turn on them. You will cease to be a person. You are an entity, like you are serving someone else forever, unless you serve yourself, and then that would be considered what? Villain. That would be considered, oh, you put yourself above humanity. You're gonna get it either way,
you're an
man.
Egoist,
Yeah. So I mean, I that's a tough one.
Yeah, well, we're not going to figure it out now. We weren't going to figure it out before the show, but maybe we can figure it out during these ads.
Let's try
it. Perfect.
What's up, everybody? We wanted to use this ad to shout out our one and only bearded brother, Beard Laws. This man has accumulated quite a following on TikTok, almost closing in on 400K, which blows my mind. But even more importantly than that, he's a down-to-earth guy. He's been a friend for a long time now, and turns out, supporter of the show. So you know we had to show love back. He himself has 2 podcasts, the Beard Laws podcast on Thursdays, which uses fan interaction, community-based stuff, questions, all type of stuff for engagement, which we love. That's killer. And then a show he does on TikToks on TikTok Tuesdays. Shocking. That's on Tuesdays, guys. Anyway, anything beard related, this man is involved. Challenges, reactions, care, anything you can think of. All 3 of us have beards, so you knew we were going to jump on the train. You can find him at Beard Laws, all one word, Beard Laws, on TikTok and Instagram. I'm sure he's on Twitter. I'm sure he's on everything. But look for the Beard Laws podcast. And if you're on TikTok, join his Tuesday show. We love him. We're going to continue supporting him. He supports the show. We love you, brother.
And we're back. I'm going to kick this one off, if you don't mind, Corey.
Ooh, let's do it. No, never do.
All right. What do you guys think is a more interesting plot line? The underdog, the villain who turned everything around, became good in the end, or just the goody good guy that just did more and became greater than himself and just amazed everyone? What do you guys think?
And would they have a fall from grace, or the person who's perfect and keeps being perfect until the last of their days?
No, I think they have that fall, that downfall.
Okay.
At the peak of their,
of
their time.
I think that there's kind of two answers to this.
Okay.
I think that there is the idea of like a better story as far as one that's being told or your story of your life. Because if we're talking about like reality, then a villain or a person who did bad their whole life and redeemed themselves at the end, I think is a tragic hero. Whereas like somebody who did that in a book, like I don't know if I would necessarily feel as much empathy for that person because it's just a story.
Right. I feel for me, like based on preference, I feel like the more entertaining thing or the more heavy hitting thing is someone's fall from grace. I feel like that fall from grace is a human connection to a superhuman.
Yeah.
You had to have made a wrong choice or made a wrong decision or lost control or something like that. And that's all very human emotion or human like mindset. I feel like that's more relatable. I would like that dynamic more if I had to choose to. The fall from grace is always entertaining to me. I would hate it to happen to me, but I mean, I would be like,
as long as it's not happening
sucks.
to me, I'm okay with it. I'm in.
I know. I'm like, this sucks ass, but at the same time, I'd be like, hell yeah,
I'm in.
This sucks. Are you writing this down?
Are you writing this down? See what's happening to me, brothers? Come on, man.
I need a ghostwriter for my autobiography.
What about you, Gus? What do you think?
Yeah, what'd you think, man?
I think I'd be this. It'd be rough because the fall from grace, that trope's been there. Like, you know, there's been several movies that, you know, the hero again. Like we had talked about, like Will Smith made one mistake and automatically fell from grace, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But there also is a lot of underdog heroes or underdog movies where they're doing bad. Like the most biggest one, like the Grinch Stole Christmas, he was technically evil. And at the end,
right,
his heart grew 3 times bigger. Now, if there was a way, if there were a way to have a realistic, like hero-wise or a villain, if they were doing, like they did one good thing, good, let's just say they saved someone, but the next day no one recognized him. They're like, oh well, he was a villain. Like, are you sure he saved someone? And instead of making it look like he did good, they twist it and like, did he really do it, or was it he's the cause that all this happened anyways? Right. So they still make him out into a villain.
Yeah,
which would reinforce you being like, why try then? At that point, that's when you like,
why try to be good and just say evil, you know? And then the whole fall from grace, you know, you fall from grace, eventually you're gonna go back up. You're not gonna be the same level, but at least they're gonna know, hey, you messed up once, okay, we'll forgive you.
Redemption arc.
But at least you gotta have a redemption arc. As a villain, you got multiple ways. You go either you do good, they twist it bad, you do bad, and they still make you even worse. And it's just I personally would go with the underdog and the villain.
I like
it. Yeah, I think it kind of depends on what the villain did.
Yeah.
Because like if that person was like, I don't know, stealing every day of their lives, but the last act of heroism was giving back
everything, then
like that redemption arc definitely makes sense. But like Gus is saying, like we never follow those arcs after the redemption. We never see, well, what else happened to the rest of the Grinch's life? Did he stay good?
Yeah.
Or like, did people accept them then? Like because you make these choices that are not necessarily the right choices to make. And you might hurt people along the way. And that could be the way that you just know how to live. And that redemption arc was just a fluke in your history of doing terrible deeds.
Right. And I think there's like a flip side to that. If you have a redemption arc and people say, this could be our hero, you are now expected to have that be your thing. Like, that is a whole totally different dynamic. I mean, I guess as a villain, you could be like a recluse. You could kind of be like whatever you want to do at any given time. But if you're a hero or if you're seen as that, I mean, I would think you're making the choice to try to change. That would be your ultimate goal. But then you are thrust now into the lighter side of things. And then that dynamic shift might mess you up.
Kind of want to go back to like Gus's point too. Like having that fall from grace is a lot easier to accomplish, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
And like if that bar is already so high that it's almost unachievable for anybody, even yourself, to get back to, like, is there a point in trying to get back there? Is there a point in trying to gain favor with people again? Or do you just live the rest of your life and hope things are just okay?
Now here's
there's like another.
Here's another thing though.
Go ahead.
Are we gonna do a gracious fall, or are we doing like you messed up kind of fall?
Probably like a mess up.
Okay, so yeah, because I was gonna say, like, you know, what if like you want to say you want to give up, and you're like, all right, I'm tired of being the number one hero. I'm tired of being like the top, right?
Yeah.
Let me just die. You know, like I'm going to battle or something, and then just die, you know, and then no one's gonna know where I'm at, and then you just, you know, live your rest of your life acting like you're dead, and you just, again, that's your fall from grace in a sense, right? Because you were seen to be, oh, he's undefeatable, he's unkillable, and what happened? You know, and that could be another fall from grace right there too.
Right.
Just like when they say like those like celebrities that like they fake their deaths and they, you know, go into hiding and all that.
Right.
I guess like in a way, like, yeah, that could be their fall from grace. Like they just give up the you know, the spotlight that they're in.
Yeah.
And yeah, or whatever it is. So I get what you're saying, Gus.
Yeah, I don't think there's a way to like soft exit heroism.
Yeah, you're just like, I gotta die. I'm going off into the ocean.
There's only one way.
Right.
Oh, that was a lot of fun doing all these things for other people for a majority of my life, but I'm gonna stop doing that.
Just immediately,
and,
like cold turkey.
I hope you still love me.
Yeah. There's a burning building over there, and
it's
Either
not
got a
gonna be
phone?
me.
I failed to
somebody.
see where that's my problem.
right. This is a you problem, lady.
Imagine.
I'm exposing myself a lot today, but
Hey, put that
also-
away.
My bad. Sorry, guys. But for
That's Cale's villain story. That's Cale's fall
just
from grace.
exposing myself. just nudity is how I fall out of favor.
Damn it.
They got me again. But say you're playing the hero, even if you're playing the hero aspect of something, I feel like personally I would lose connection with humanity. I could be man enough to admit it that I would probably be like, you are all beneath me.
Pompous.
So in terms of like, would you even have human connection if you have otherworldly godlike powers? You constantly are doing massive feats of either strength or rescue, or like you're elevated to such a way, and I mean, worship might not be the right word, but beloved by everybody. How would you ever even stay in contact with like a human consciousness?
What is everybody? Is everybody like a commoner to you? Like a peon?
Yeah, peasants.
Commoner.
Peon. Yeah, peon. No, I'm just saying, like, if you're, I don't know, if you're invincible, you're flying around, you're doing everything, and you're literally the person on earth that everyone would look to save them.
You just don't have time, Cale. Just say it now.
Son of a. Not if I would use my powers to get the clock stopper watch.
Right? Let me talk to everybody, have a conversation with each and one of them, and then we'll be good.
Exactly. I'd be like speed dating, but with the whole world.
Right?
So what do you need? What do you have? What's going on?
Hey, how's your day?
Who's in?
How's the fam? Right?
No, but I just don't think that you would relate to anyone anymore. Unless, like Gus said, his family, you do everything for your family. You're like, this is what I'm doing. I'll protect you at all costs, but I'm trying to do good. Like that connection might be your only one, like your loved one, your significant other, or your family might be your touchstone to staying present in a human mindset. Other than that, I feel like if I was like by myself, nah.
Yeah.
It would be hard, I think.
I think it also goes into what Tyler was saying. It really would be nature versus nurture, because if we're talking about this in like Superman-like powers, like being born a god, and there's none of you around, it's just the one of you, like you have to, in your life, you have to be told no by people. That's just how we learn boundaries and how to operate and cohabitate with other people. And with godlike powers, who would tell an infant no? Who would tell a 5-year-old no if you can just laser beam them in half?
Throw all that out the window. Yeah, definitely.
You wouldn't.
I mean, technically, if you look at Superman's origin, he does fall from Krypton, goes to a farm, and he does get raided by humans, but he's not.
Right.
You know, he doesn't become egotistical at the end. He stays.
It's because they loved him.
Exactly.
You're saying love is the answer? That's what we're freaking working with?
God damn it.
In the end.
Okay.
That's the fifth ring with Captain Planet.
You have
Right?
firmed up my answer in the most pronounced. Okay.
Oh, no.
I'm super evil. You've done it this time.
I don't know if I'll be on next week's podcast.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Oh, man.
And then, like, another thought I have is, like, if you're born that way, then I guess this idea makes more sense. But wouldn't this be immensely, insanely isolating and lonely?
Very.
To never be able to ever relate to anyone ever,
Yeah.
or the immense pressure that you would be on. Like you said, like the mental strength and the fortitude you would need to even deal with everything that's asked of you, or the burden, or like if you only save 50 people out of the 70 in a situation, how much of a toll does that take on you? Or are you like, I did what I could do,
Right.
and you could brush it off? Like, how much of that is a detachment?
Exactly.
I wonder.
Like, what if you wanted to fit like in society and people just didn't accept you? Like, they just called you freak or whatever. That would definitely change like your mindset, and you just
Lasers.
just become evil immediately. Lasers. One word,
The
lasers.
second someone insults me, that's it.
I think that's a great question, and one we kind of like are working our way back towards. Like,
Yeah.
would you rather do that one great deed or a bunch of small deeds and never gain the recognition? If you had those abilities or the power to save hundreds, dozens, single digits amounts of people, like, would you do it in hopes that you would keep being able to do it, or would the one time be enough? Would you have to gain that recognition for helping those people, or would you try and keep it under wraps because of how isolating it's been up until that point?
Right? Because if you have it under wraps, then you don't have to worry about the pressure of everybody expecting from you always. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The spotlight.
Isn't this like basically Peter Parker?
Yeah,
Nobody knows
in a
it's
way.
him except for like your loved ones, and then your incognito. I mean, isn't it basically
Yeah, that's
Spider-Man?
exactly.
Yeah,
what it
but
is.
that's like Spider-Man. He's constantly fighting to save
Right.
family and Mary Jane and the
Yeah.
ones he loved, because he wanted to keep his identity hidden from all of it.
Mm-hmm.
While still, it's like having your cake and eating it too. He wanted to be able to go out
Right.
and use his powers for good, and then when he does, like, something gets back to him.
Yeah.
Right.
Man,
That's why you don't leave any loose ends. Lasers.
that's true. Lasers.
Deborah!
Lasers.
That's the solution to everything. Lasers. Oh man.
Lasers
well,
only.
Gus, our brother and friend,
Yes,
thank you
sir.
for joining tonight. We're going to lead out with a question for just you. What is something that you do in your everyday life that makes you a hero to others? 'Cause I kind of want to answer this one just a little bit before you can get in. And I want to say something that you've done is not a superpower, but the fact that you have been so kind-hearted and reach out to all of us multiple times, and that you've had conversations, you just doing that has been really nice for all of us.
Yeah, man, the connection
and
is definitely
I want to
there.
thank you from the bottom of my heart just for being an awesome human.
Yeah, we all appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, it's really been like a driving force. I love like hearing your feedback, or, oh, why didn't you get on Tyler about this? Why weren't you and Corey more evil? Why weren't this and that? I love hearing
The
it, man.
feedback,
We really do appreciate you, like, you taking the time and being so proactive and getting back to us and talking to us and stuff. And it was great to
Yeah,
have you
we-
on.
we
I do
always-
appreciate it.
I always love the feedback. That's what drives our show, the interaction with fans, and
Absolutely.
yeah. And we love
Because we do it for ourselves, but we also want everybody else to enjoy it if they can get any kind of reward out of our stupidity. That's the goal.
Oh man.
So to answer the question, I mean, I don't know. That's I guess the one thing that I've been able to, I guess, say thank you for every day is just being able to interact with everyone, and you guys, everyone else, work, or, especially, I do participate in like axe throwing stuff. I'm in leagues and tournaments, so I'm able to talk to everyone, and able to just connect with everyone.
Yeah.
Being like a teacher in a
Yeah,
way.
human connection.
That's nice.
Yeah,
You gotta teach me how to throw an axe because I certainly forgot.
Oh, don't worry. I'll teach everyone how to throw an axe. Don't worry. And then especially, I have a few axes. I have a backpack of axes now, and I'm about to get some more. So don't worry. I'll teach you all you guys.
This is his villain story.
He'll come to you, Tyler.
We figured him out, guys. We got him.
We got him. Incriminate him. Get him.
No, and again, like, Cale, we met. You took Deborah, and you. I forgot. I think her sister, I believe.
Yeah, my sister. Yeah, Eden.
Yeah. So, and we all talked and we hung out. We were teaching. I mean, technically, I didn't have to teach you because you got it right away. But like everyone else, and
I appreciate that.
The natural.
It came natural to you. So I mean, what is it? I reached out to you on Instagram, and then we just got connected from there. It was fun, and we brought out in the beginning, and then your first episode, you like, oh, you gotta listen to it. All right, say less, because again, being walking around all day, I have to have something in my ear. I have to have someone talking to me, and then hearing you guys, it's like it's just fun because it's natural. It flows so good, and I appreciate that you guys wanted me on here, and like I said, that I could reach out to you guys. That you guys are actual, human, and you guys actually like can talk to us. I mean, that's what makes it great. These just being in the podcast is just even better.
Oh yeah,
hell yeah, man.
We appreciate that.
Appreciate that. Yeah, so
Thank
much.
you.
Keep cranking it out, and now we're just gonna have to bring you back. So
we love the love.
Settled.
We're going to give you more shout outs. Yeah, like Cale said, we'll definitely have to have you back.
The love is there.
But before we do that, we're going to have to know how to reach you. Gus, if we were to look for you on the internet, where would we find you?
So I only have an Instagram at the time being. So my Instagram is Master of You 42.
Ooh, kind of rhymes.
Any spaces, any caps, anything pertinent like that?
Nope, just all one word. Master of You 42.
Very
Perfect.
Nice.
That was great. Man, you already got the cadence down.
Nice.
Yep.
Perfect.
I was
Natural.
born for this.
All right, Tyler, what about you, man? Where are we going to find you, huh?
Let's see. I have multiple outlets.
Where?
Which ones?
Which one do you want first? Okay,
what the people come for.
We already know which one we want. We all know which one we want.
Yeah,
the one the fans crave.
We'll get the least exciting out of the way first. So,
Okay, cool.
And you could find me on Instagram at Teelo43. That's TEELO and then number 43. I don't know how many more times I can do this, man.
Every week. So like at least another 200, 300 episodes or what?
Yeah,
At least. So when I'm not doing the podcasts with my fellow brothers, I occasionally stream on Twitch.
Oh, yeah.
And you can find me there at Sushi
Where?
Moose on Twitch. That's sushi and then the word moose. But not
sushi and then the word moose.
No, not all that spelled
all
out.
one word.
It's sushi moose, one word. But don't write one word. It's just okay. You get it.
Do we put a space in between the letters? I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Very nice. I love it. We live for it. Lester, that one was for you.
Oh yeah. Cale, where
Gus
can we
see it
find
live.
you, brother?
You can find me on Instagram at TallTaleCale with an underscore in between each word and a C instead of a K. And we're also on there at the weekly Tall Talk. That's the communal account that Siler does the snippets for. Very nice. And then I have a TikTok at bearded_giant. And we also have our communal one, the weekly Tall Talk. No spaces, no extra words that Tyler wants to throw in or anything like that. It's just straightforward.
Knew it.
And other than that, we're Corey's been keeping us updated, but our YouTube channel has been getting a little bit of traction, which has been really nice to see. Yeah. Very, very, very appreciative of getting the views up, and we're the weekly Tall Talk on there. And yeah, that's been a surprise and kind of
the plug
a
master.
boost to our spirits for sure. So definitely check us out on there if you're not following and subscribing already. We put up our full episodes that Corey masterfully edits.
Our audio engineer.
There you go.
Yes.
Every Tuesday at 3 a.m.
There it is. And then Corey, we couldn't forget about you.
Yeah.
Damn.
Siler tried.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah. No, we can't forget him.
Go for it.
Come on.
If you want to find me, I am just like Gus on Instagram, alone and only and alone. I sometimes post pictures of my dog. Sometimes I post pictures of my art.
Amazing art. Come on, give yourself some credit, Corey.
Where?
Where it counts.
Good God.
Yeah, if you want to find me on Instagram, please follow me, message me, say hi at corey.andre, Corey.Ondrey.
Perfect.
And the last thing I'll plug is we have a Patreon on there. We'd like to let everybody know that we have some merch ideas that we're really trying to get underway, but we need a little bit of funding to do it. So if you're interested in seeing what we have in store for the next couple months, please consider following us on Patreon. We love you. We appreciate everybody joining us today.
Thank you so
Gus,
much.
most of all,
Yes.
you fucking
Yeah, dude.
rock, dude.
Thank
you for
you.
being
Crushed
here.
it,
We
man.
love having you.
It finally
Until the
happened.
next time.
All right.
And we can't wait to see you guys again. We'll talk to you later.
There you go.
We'll talk to you later.
We'll talk to you.
Okay.
We'll talk to you
Tell you
Okay.
in the tall times.